Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video will be all about Agent IQ, a framework provided by NVIDIA, which we can use to manage multiple agents and integrate those multiple agents to work like a team and come to a common output. But this might not be the case always. The output could be independent. The output could come from an independent agent. But this framework makes it easy to integrate multiple agents to interact in between them, and this framework is open source, which is provided by NVIDIA, so we can download and use it for free. And apart from this, I also want to give a shout out to Abhimanyu Saran, who just told me about this framework, and he explained me the capabilities of this framework and how we can use this to build extensive AI applications. So let's start this video without wasting any time. Now moving forward to the next slide, we will see what are AI agents. So if you don't know anything about AI agents and you've heard this term for the very first time, then it's okay because this video will explain you everything. So AI agents are nothing but just a tool that can do some kind of specific task. For example, that task could be anything like booking a movie ticket or sending a Slack message, sending an email, reading an email and replying back. And that could be anything. Any task that needs a human reference could be done by a AI agent. Now let's see how we integrate with it in LLM model. So suppose you are a user and you ask your chat GPT that I want to send a Slack message on general channel that there is a meeting at 2 p.m. and you want that your chat gpt to send the Slack message on general channel. You don't want to go yourself and send a message. Then what happen inside that you enter your query, and then our LLM model will understand that query, and then it will check if it has necessary tools to send a Slack message or not. And if it got a kind of agent who can send message on Slack on behalf of you, then it will use that agent, and then it will that agent will send a message on Slack for you, and then it will come back and return to the LLM model, and now your LLM model will respond to you that your message is sent successfully or not. So these AI agents make your LLM more powerful because without these agents you cannot perform any external task. And if you integrate these agents with your LLM model, you can just enter your query, and then your LLM model will perform. You will choose these agents to perform those tasks on behalf of you. So you can see how these AI agents are building your making your model more powerful by adding specific task functionalities. So let's move forward and see. Okay, now I thought you got a better understanding of AI agents and how they make your LLM more powerful by adding more capabilities. Now let's move forward and see what is Agent IQ. So this is a kind of framework which is designed to help and manage the teams of these AI agents to come towards a common goal. So by using this tool, by using this framework Agent IQ, you can build a kind of team of these agents to work together, and these agents can communicate in between them and call each other whenever required. So you can integrate these agents and you can make connection between these agents using this framework very easily. So there are major four features of this framework is you can build a teamwork for AI. You can use your agents to work like a team. The second one is framework agnostic, that this Agent IQ supports multiple AI agent frameworks that you can use to build your system. And you can develop your prototype very rapidly because this framework is very flexible and very easy to use. You can just use your config file to make your agents. You can you can make these agents like a function, and you can call them whenever required. So you just need to configure a file, YAML file, to set up these agents. So this is very easy to use framework. And the last one is user-friendly tools. That this framework provides so many built-in tools that you can use to power your team. So power and the team of your agents, AI agents. So this framework provides so many built-in tools that I will explain later in this video that you can use to build a better system. So if you have any doubt about this framework, then don't worry, because on the next slide we are going to see your example workflow that will make it very clear to you that how this framework works. So let's see. This is an example workflow, and we will understand each and every terms in this workflow. So let's start. Suppose you are the user and you ask a query, you enter a prompt that give me a report on Slack which tickets are in backlog and in review. So this prompt is regarding Jira, and you are asking your chatbot to generate a report and send it on a Slack, and the report will be about Jira tickets. So this prompt will go through this agent IQ workflow that we have built through this framework, and then the very first agent that will counter this prompt will be the supervisor agent. And the supervisor agent will use an LLM to identify and understand what exactly the user is asking, and then it will generate keywords, and it will pass those keywords to this routing agent, and this routing agent will route it to the correct tool the tools which are available to this routing agent. So how this prompt will be broken down? So basically, we need to fetch the Jira tickets, the Atlassian Jira tickets, and then we have to send these tickets to the Slack. So this supervisor agent will tell this routing agent for us to go and check if there is an agent for Atlassian. Then this routing agent will check that it has an agent for or not. It will get an agent of Atlassian that can fetch all the Jira tickets which are in review or in backlog. So this Jira and this Atlassian agent will be responsible to get those tickets. Now this Atlassian agent will respond back to this routing agent that it has got the tickets which are in backlog or in review. Then this routing agent will understand that the second time it has to call the report generator agent, which will generate a kind of report for these tickets which are in backlog. And then this it will call this report generator agent, and when the report will be generated, the report generator agent will call the Slack agent within itself to send this report to the Slack channel, respected Slack channel. So you can what you have to observe from this workflow is that these agents can call themselves from inside also. That this report agent can call Slack agent also. This Atlassian agent can call this report generator agent also from inside, or they can be called independently also. Like this routing agent can call this report generator agent independently also. Like if you enter a prompt that you and given some markdown data to this your chat gpt and ask it to generate a report and send it on Slack, then it won't call this Atlassian agent, and it will call this report generator agent directly because it has data. So these agents could be called independently also, and they could be called within the team also. Like this agent can call Slack can call this report generator agent, and vice versa. So you can build to work them like a team also or independently also. So this is why this framework makes it very easy to integrate multiple agents and build a workflow which is very easy to build and use also. So I hope you got a better understanding of this example workflow. If you have any doubt, you can ask it in comment also. Now let's move forward and let's see why is it important for us, why we need to use this framework and what we can do through it. So to answer this question, I have 3 points. Like even if small experiments can lead to a great product, the first line that I have written here. If you just start doing experiments with this framework, you can think of multiple agents, whatever, anything you can think of anything which requires human interference, and you can build an agent for that, and you can you like build 3 4 agents and combine them to work together, and these small experiments could lead to a great product. Believe me, you can combine multiple agents to work together, and those could be game changing for you, because almost every startups are trying these. They are combining multiple agents. They want to do something using generative AI. So you can also go through this framework and make a team of agents which can perform various independent tasks to come to a common goal. So you should do small experiments, and you will learn this framework, and you will enjoy the working of AI, the revolution in AI. So you can go through the first point and do small experiments using this framework. The second thing is that this is open source and free to use, and the communities will be growing day by day. So this is going to be very popular framework because this is the first one that is used to combine the multiple agents. And NVIDIA has also built up a robot using this framework, which is very extensive. So you have to go through this framework. You should go through this framework once at least. And there are real world applications that I have explained to you, like booking railway tickets, booking movie tickets. This could be anything: creating Jira tasks, fetching tasks, generating reports, sending emails, sending messages, responding to messages. This could be anything that you can think of real world. So this is why this framework is very important for you, and you can use this framework to build whatever you want, whatever you can think of, and you can sell those products also. Now let's move forward, and I will show you the code base of this framework, and I will try to explain you one or two example workflows of this framework that might help you to get a better understanding. And if you don't want to see this video from this point, you can also check out their documentation also, and I highly suggest you to go through their documentation once, because it is very user friendly and you can easily understand the document even if you just go through it once. Now let's move forward and see how the code of. Okay, so you have to go to the GitHub and search Agent IQ, and you will get this NVIDIA's Agent IQ, and you can clone this repository to understand the examples that they have provided. And if you go through those example once, you will get a better understanding how to build those things. And I highly recommend you to check their documentation also, because they have described it very clear that how you can build your agent. So you, whenever you will go to this create and customize workflow, the documentation is so much better that if even if you just go through it once, you will understand how to build those agents and how things are going to be like managed here. So you have to install any example agent here. They are using the simple agent, and they will understand the working very in a very smooth way. So I highly recommend you to just go through this once, and then see my video from next. So whenever you create a workflow, it looks like this: a source folder, and inside that there is a register.py, where you have to define your core logic, that your the functioning of your agents. And you will get better understanding once you go through this documentation, because I am just explaining things too fast, I think. So I highly recommend you to check documentation first, then you will understand what I am saying here. So the very first class will be the model. You can see the template, like how many agents you are going to use. You have to mention every agents here and what kind of input they are going to take. So you can define everything here, and then you have to define the functioning of those agents here. But if you have multiple agents, then you can use different files. But remember that you have to call all your agents here in register.py, because this is the entry point of your workflow. So all your agents should be accessible in this file. So you have to import it here. It doesn't matter wherever you define your agents, but import them here. Now there is a config folder, and inside that there is config.yaml file, where you have to provide all your configurations related to that, related to your agents, like which LLMs they are going to use, and how they are going to interact with each other. You have to make connections here. You can use React agent. If you don't know anything about this, you should go through LangChain once. So I also highly recommend you to check LangChain and LangGraph before building anything through this framework, because once you got better understanding of LangChain and how those things works, you will definitely be able to understand this frame capabilities of this framework very easily. So you can define your tools like a function here, and you can call those tools inside themselves also. So this is how the configuration has been set in this YAML file, and you have to define all the functionalities here in the Python code here in register.py. So you should go through this example agents one by one and check how they are built, and see their config files and their register.py files, and you will get a better understanding that how things are going behind the scene. And I also recommend you to go through this documentation once, because this is so good. So friends, now I think you got a better understanding of this framework, and I want to say thanks to Abhimanyu sir again, and Yash Jan that supported him in this video. And that's all from my side. And if you want to ask any kind of question, you feel free to ask in comment box. I would be happy to answer that. And if you want to share something about this framework, then I'm also open for that. So comment box is open for you. Bye guys, see you in the next video.